We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
And Plainfield, New Jersey really respects you for putting some respect on my hometown's name. But you know what? We're going to have a big-time matchup this evening as the guys are getting ready to battle down on the court.
Let's do it. They're ready to go, and so are we. The Mavericks control the tap. Here comes the screen. To Luka Doncic. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Not going down for him this time. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm his team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
To Porzingis. 5 to shoot. Burke shot off the mark. Leonard to George. Leonard. And he buries it.
The savvy players, they create contact. They throw their arms in you. They even throw their bodies into you. And as soon as you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
To Luka Doncic. Trying to cash in. Missed that one. The defender was all over him. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Paul George. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Doncic. Curling inside. Hardaway to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. The shot almost. Leonard. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Kawhi Leonard. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Doncic. To Leonard. Add 2 points to the board.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Dallas with the possession. To Luka Doncic. Driving right to the basket. Marcus Morris able to recover with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Burke with it. They find themselves down 10. Oh, they call him for the foul.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Into the game for the Dallas Mavericks, number 51.
Doncic. To Porzingis. Has a look. Porzingis with a shot off the mark. Nothing going here on that drive. Won't go. Burke with it. Trailing by 10. The pass taken away by the Clippers. It goes down.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Now Rick Carlisle going to use a timeout. His guys find themselves down double digits already in this first quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Clippers have the basketball. Leonard. Stops Porzingis with the block. From long range, it's rebounded by the Mavericks. To Doncic. Jumper's good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Leonard to George. Leonard to Marcus Morris. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the three.
To Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive. Doncic. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Spinning shot, won't fall.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocked loose. Clippers have it, and they pounce. To Leonard. He throws it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Doncic. Has a chance. Gets a shot up off the mark. Paul George to Leonard. George to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Burke with it. Trailing by 15. To Porzingis. Can't connect. They'll get it down to Leonard. To Paul George. The pass set it all up.
I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes. They're laser focused. They're playing as if this game is tied.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Doncic to Brunson. To Porzingis. Luka Doncic slams it down. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Down low for Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
Old school equals high percentage.
Mavericks with the basketball. Curling inside. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Rises for the slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Brunson to Luka Doncic. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Leonard to Reggie Jackson. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Doncic to Brunson. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Jackson with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Count the bucket for 2.
That's it? That's all the celebration I get? I wanted to see a little bit more off that one.
Dallas has it. Doncic to Porzingis. Probing the defense. Porzingis to Luka Doncic.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
That's the first foul.
Nope. First one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Williams.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Brunson to Seth Curry. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Lets it fly from long range. Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Can't connect from in close. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's LA Clippers ball. Jackson to Leonard. Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's his second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
Screen coming. Drive here, but the shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Reggie Jackson picked up by Seth Curry. To Leonard. Knocks it down off the step back.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Brunson to Seth Curry. Short jumper stays out. Jackson, they'll get it down to Leonard. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Seth Curry to Brunson. Here comes the screen. Brunson to Seth Curry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
To Williams. Add 2 points to the board.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dallas owns the basketball. Seth Curry. Leonard. Gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
They love this hustle. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Can't connect from inside. Jackson with it. His guys holding the big lead. To Williams. Lou Williams. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Mavericks with the possession. Seth Curry. Sizing up the defense. To Seth Curry. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Seth Curry. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Jackson with it. He'll run the offense. To Williams. Leonard. Down low to Williams. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Lou Williams at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Missed the foul shot. Burke with it. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. To Seth Curry. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. To Porzingis. Fires the 3. No good. That's great defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beyond the arc for 3. Can't get the bounce. Burke with it. His guys down big. Seth Curry. To Porzingis. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Williams across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Porzingis. Short jumper off the mark. Williams to Leonard. Goes to the left side.
Yep, I got him. I got him. Here we go.
Leonard. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Seth Curry. Has a look. Hayden with a shot, no good. LA Clippers with the basketball.
Coming through.
To Leonard. And the slam.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Not that time. Williams to Leonard. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Williams. He'll get it down low to Harrell. Not that time. To Porzingis. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Hardaway. To Seth Curry. And the rebound taken by the Clippers. To Williams. Oh, he had it. Seth Curry. Here comes the screen. Deep left corner. Hardaway. And it's Harrell who comes away with the rebound. For three, yes. Or in the case of the defense, not good.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Seth Curry, bad pass there. Clippers have it. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Offensive rebound, nice follow-up on the dunk there. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
To Seth Curry. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Hardaway. Trey Burke. Off the iron, no good. Kristaps Porzingis swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Seth Curry to Porzingis. I got the mismatch. KB, Kristaps Porzingis. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Okay, that time it was effective, but a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Clippers have the basketball to Leonard.
I got ball. I got ball.
And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Well, as they get ready for the jump, someone's going to come away with the basketball.
Oh, yeah,
Leonard. Down to 5 on the 24 to Williams. Here's a chance from long range. Cleans it up. Williams to Leonard. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Williams. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Right. To Porzingis. KB. Chris stops Porzingis. Now 4 for 9. To Marcus Morris. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
That misses with 3 seconds left. Late heave to beat the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports halftime report. The Clippers have built a comfortable lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks have yet to appear after one half of basketball. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard really showed off his court vision in the first half. When he's able to get the ball moving like that, his team can be tough to stop.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
It's the Mavericks right now at the controls. To Hardaway. Knocked loose. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. To Luka Doncic. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First one, count it. Able to convert on both free throws. To George.
Here we go. I got him. Hey, watch this screen. Look.
To Leonard. Great feed. Sets it up. Strong finish for Paul George.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
To Luka Doncic. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Shot won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Burke with it. Down a bundle. To Porzingis. Fires the three. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. To Leonard.
Oh, yeah.
Slams it down. And boy, that was a lot to navigate.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
To Porzingis. To Hardaway. 4-3. Nice setup. And it's Hardaway with the three off the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough two than a wide open three.
Paul George to Leonard. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Ivica Zubac. Couple of free throws on the way. 71% for his career. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Burke with it. His guys down big. To Porzingis. You've got to get that one to go. Another follows. Still no good.
And the defense is sticking to him like glue. That's where you pull one of your bigs over and you say, hey, listen, big man, next time I'm randomly running down the court, set a blind screen. Knock him on his back. Make him always keep that head on the swivel so he's not sure where you'll come from next.
Burke with it. He'll run the offense. Hardaway to Porzingis. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Doncic to Hardaway. Porzingis. And it's Zubac with the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 51.
Runner here won't go down. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. To Luka Doncic. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. It's LA Clippers ball. To Leonard. Good defense. He had nowhere to go. The result, jump ball. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Paul George fires. Paul George. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Luka Doncic. Dallas with 4 to shoot. Burke shot off the mark.
You see, Ed, in the first half, he was so efficient. He would catch the ball, turn, make 1 or 2 dribbles right into his shot. No wasted movement. Now, he's playing with the basketball too much. Really hard to find a rhythm, and the defense settles into itself.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Doncic. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. To Paul George. Jackson. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. It's a big finish.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
The Mavericks signal for timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Doncic. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Leonard to Jackson. To Leonard. And the basket good at the rim.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Here comes the screen. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Jackson with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Leonard. No good.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off two legs and expect the contact.
DeLon Wright against George. Has a chance. Won't go. He has to find better opportunities.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first.
Bucket. That's a bucket.
Two for 2 on that trip.
Hey, this is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball.
Seth Curry. LA Clippers with the basketball. Another chance. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Joakim Noah trying to cash in on the 3-point play. For his career, 69% at the line. Missed it at the line.
Good job.
Reggie Jackson, defended by Seth Curry. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
Really explosive first half, but in the second half, the defense has made the finer adjustments. Now they're shading him to his weak hand. He doesn't look as comfortable as he did earlier.
To Brunson.
Right. Left.
Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Jackson to Leonard. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. Hasn't missed yet. And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Now a whistle. Dallas will use the timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. Brunson to Seth Curry. Can't connect.
You have to give the defense so much credit here. He absolutely destroyed them in the first half by being able to catch the ball in his operational pockets. What I mean by that, pinch post, three-point line. Now the defense is forcing him to catch the ball way further than what he was used to.
Brunson to Porzingis. Big finish at the rim.
That's the intensity you need to see. Whenever a player running back on defense after a dunk like that holds the inside of his forearm, it lets you know how hard he dunked that basketball.
Williams. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Seth Curry to Porzingis.
Pick it up.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kristaps Porzingis at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play. But it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. To Williams.
Trap.
Able to convert inside.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Brunson to Seth Curry. To Porzingis. 5 on the shot clock for the Mavs. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Jackson with it. His guys holding the big lead. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
Right to Porzingis. Knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. New blood coming in for both sides. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. To Brunson from long range. Brunson forced that one. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Seth Curry to right. Here comes the screen. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Won't go for DeLon Wright. Give credit to the D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Lets it fly from long range. They have to keep him in their grasp. 19-footer at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete. And a nice advantage right now for the Clippers. The Clippers with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Leonard. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Seth Curry. Not that time, and not his shot.
In the first half, he was really finding that flow, athletically making tough shots. Now, utilize the sets. Maybe come off that curl a little bit tighter. Read your defender. Make the necessary reads to be an efficient player.
Dallas with the possession to Porzingis. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And easy two, get back on defense.
To George. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Count the 2 for KP at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Perfect feed to set up the basket. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Porzingis. Right to Porzingis. Shot clock winding down. Can't connect from in close. George. Easy pass to the rim.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Doncic to Porzingis. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Porzingis. To Seth Curry. Shot clock winding down. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. No daylight. Great defense.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Porzingis. Screen coming. Curling inside.
Screen.
Trying to cash in. He's looking for that touch. To Paul George.
Pick on the left.
Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
My ball.
Seth Curry to Luka Doncic. Nothing going here on that drive.
Watch the cutter, man.
Dallas with 4 to shoot. That's a 24-second violation. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 32, Trey Burke. Into the game for the Clippers, number 31, Porzingis.
And he hits.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Won't go.
I got it.
Burke with it.
I got him.
His guys down big to Porzingis. And scores. Strong take.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Williams. Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Paul George trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Burke with it. Looking to make something happen. To Porzingis. To Luka Doncic. Porzingis buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
George lets it fly. The jumper's off the mark.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
From the painted area, won't go down. Jackson with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. Oh, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Porzingis to Brunson. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh yeah, I like that. I got this plan, let's go.
To George. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Paul George nails it from downtown. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Joakim Noah snatching it out of the air. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. Clippers have the basketball.
I got him.
To Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Goes to the left side. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Burke with it. Down a bundle. To Porzingis. Flushes it home. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Paul George. Pass stolen by the Mavericks. Seth Curry to Porzingis. No, I missed a short one there. It's LA Clippers ball. To George. No, good defense there as the Mavs take it away. To Seth Curry. Won't go down. Even to Zubats. Huge block. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Knocked loose. Plays like that could turn a game around. Off the assist.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
D up, baby. You're on the island now. I got ball. Watch that screen. Oh, no, he can't guard you out there.
George. Pass stolen by the Mavericks.
Pick up.
Knocked loose. Clippers have it.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Paul George to Marcus Morris. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Burke with it. He'll run the offense. To Luka Doncic.
Watch that cut.
Missed a wide open look. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Get down. Half court. Here come. Hey, watch this screen left.
George. Good defense there as the Mavs take it away. Doncic. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. So the Mavericks will keep the possession. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Five on the shot clock for the Mavs. Deep two there, won't go. The follow won't go either. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Take stock of the floor. Jackson to Paul George. Five seconds to shoot. Paul George to Reggie Jackson. Fires the three. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
KP won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Dallas Mavericks.
Game track. Assists.
The Los Angeles Clippers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Kawhi Leonard seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
Inside Oracle Arena in Oakland, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, in recent years, no doubt this has been the NBA's epicenter.
I'll take it one level above you, baby. How about this team has redefined the offense in the NBA, leading the league with record-setting three-point shots made.
Join us to watch some of the greatest players on the planet, and they're ready to go. The opening tip controlled by the Warriors, and we're underway in the final year at the Oracle. To Wiggins. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
Reggie Jackson, guarded by Klay Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Thompson. Nothing going here on that drive. Curry driving, but his shot won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
Count the bucket for 2.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Curry into the front court, trailing by 4. Steph Curry missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Jackson. To George. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Paul George at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Curry with the ball. To Wiggins. Clippers have got it.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
Marquise Chris to Curry. Warriors with 4 to shoot. 2-point shot for Curry. Steph Curry. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Here comes the screen. Jackson to Paul George. To Reggie Jackson. Add 2 points to the board.
I mean, I don't know how much better the defense has to play you on that one. The guy was right in your grill, and you still knocked it down.
Warriors have the basketball. Curry to Green. Curry. Steph Curry. 3 for 4. Good start. He has an uncanny approach to the game.
And did you see that? His eyes are his deadliest weapon. When he steps over half court, when he looks at the rim, that naturally throws the defender off. It makes the defender lean just a little bit. And just that millisecond of you wondering what he's going to do, splash is enough for him to exploit.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. They trail by 2. to Curry. He buries it, creating space with the step back. His instincts are unnatural, but what makes him so good given the work he's put in?
The special thing about Stephen Curry is that his entire life he has practiced great habits. A lot of players practice and get up shots, but they don't practice the right habits, and that comes with the lineage. His father, Dale Curry, making sure that he puts in the time and effort, but the proper skill with the time and effort.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Shot from in close, no good. It's Steph at the controls. Probing the defense. Let's see what's there. Steph lets loose. Steph Curry. He's now 5 for 6.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Leonard. Has a look. Off the mark. Well contested.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Has a chance. A shot by Green, no good. Long key from three-quarters court. So we played one here at Oracle with the Warriors on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. One quarter down. Long way to go. So buckle up. It's wide open.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter, and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
JaMychal Green matched up with Kevon Looney. Kawhi Leonard. He connects with the step back.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Here comes the screen. Thompson to Curry. 5 on the shot clock. Curry. Tough shot. He hits.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Kawhi Leonard against the former Cougar. Had a good look there, but it's no good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Kawhi Leonard able to recover with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Kevon Looney at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. And hits the first free throw. Two for 2 on that trip. Jackson with it. They trail by 7. To Marcus Morris. Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Warriors basketball. Thompson. To Wiggins. Five to shoot for Golden State. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and Patterson grabs the rebound. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. To Wiggins. Thompson to Chris. Marquise Chris rocking the rim. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Jackson. From the painted area, won't go down. Shot from the lane, won't go. Reggie Jackson. Green always looking for the steal. LA with 4 to shoot. Green. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Reggie Jackson. Draymond Green with the block. Draymond Green with a piece.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Wiggins. 4-3. Off the mark. Jackson with it. 5-point game. To Marcus Morris. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Marquise Chris. He's got 2 shots coming. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. Knocks down the first.
Number 30, Stephen Curry. Into the game for the Clippers. Number 40, Ivica Zubac.
So he hits the first, misses the second. Jackson with it. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Can't connect. Deep three at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Warriors with the lead.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jalen Rose, and this is your EA Sports Halftime Report. The Warriors put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. And while it may not seem like much of a compliment, I must say they've simply been solid today. Nothing really stood out for me, but they've got the lead, and that's all that matters. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors. The Clippers were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They don't have a single player that can claim double figures in scoring. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Field goals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Steph Curry did a great job of reading the defense and exploiting the opportunities where he can make the most damage. He's definitely feeling it.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Leonard to George. Here comes the screen. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Jackson to Marcus Morris. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. It's Steph for 2. The screen sets him up for 2.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
Leonard to Marcus Morris. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Curry to bring it up. They lead it, 4-point game. Green to Curry. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Jackson. And count the basket inside.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Nothing going here on that drive. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
Why are you even guarding a bad shooter that close in the first place? This is psychological warfare. Leave him open. Make him think about it before he shoots.
Here comes the screen. Curry to Green. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Wiggins. Knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Kawhi Leonard with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Oh, he can't connect. Deep left corner. Thompson to Curry. Has a look. Shot by Curry, no good. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors. Almost, and he's not getting the call. To Paul George. Here's Leonard for two. Not today.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Reggie Jackson, not that time. Curry with the basketball. His guys down three. Knocked loose. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
New blood coming in for both sides. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Now the Warriors gonna call a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. to Thompson. To Green. Even to Zubats. Sends it away. Clippers have the basketball. Kawhi Leonard. Wide open look, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
To Thompson. Here comes the screen. Won't go. Goes to the right side. George. Can't connect. It's no good. To Green. Thompson. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Here's Leonard for two. Can't connect.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle.
Oh, Draymond with the putback slam. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Clippers have the lead. The Warriors with the basketball to begin the 4th quarter, and they watch that halftime lead slip away. Now they find themselves down on the scoreboard.
Ed, so many times I see teams with the lead play a lot more loose. They start trying things that are uncharacteristic of how they play. This team right now needs to go back to the way they played in the first half. Continue to execute with that kind of mindset and that mentality.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curry to Thompson. Down to 5 on the 24. Curry to Wiggins. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Beverly into the front court. Up by 3. Paul George to Marcus Morris. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Thompson to Wiggins. Going to launch beyond the arc, and the Clippers have the rebound. Beverly to George. George, 4 out of 7. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
To Paul George. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Curry to Green. Here comes the screen. Draymond Green up against Patterson. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Klay Thompson, tough matchup against George. Curry to Thompson. They go down low to Chris. Even to Zubats. Rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Beverly to George. Doesn't get the bounce.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Paul George. Has a chance. Add 2 points to the board.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Curry with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. Thompson down for Curry. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Beverly. Thompson to bring it into the front court. His guys down 11. Warriors come up with it.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Beverly to Marcus Morris. Leonard to George. Beyond the arc for three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And the finish, slam dunk. We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. They're down big in this fourth quarter and a chance here to empty their bench. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Thompson to Curry. Klay Thompson against Paul George. Stephen Curry with a look. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
George against Klay Thompson. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Clippers were solid in today's victory. They were very opportunistic on defense, and it earned them a bunch of steals. Those first turnovers made all of the difference. The Warriors didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Golden State Warriors.
Game track. Steals. Player of the game.
Paul George gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.